Hey, welcome back to A Faster Me. Here we have a video. It's kind of the ride from hell a little bit. We had some issues on this ride, but this is just a video of our group ride from the weekend, and just another fast section where we're kind of pace lining, trying to do a double pace line here. It's not a practice or anything. We're just out riding, so it's not like we talked about this pace line ahead of time or anything. And a lot of the riders, this are some of their first times out with us on this, and it has not been practiced, so it's a little rough. But anyway, the concept is you're basically going to have two lines. One's going forward, one's going a little bit slower. That would rotate through. Instead of taking longer pulls, you just immediately rotate over to the right. In theory, you should be rotating the direction of the wind, because that shields the faster line or the forward moving line from the wind. But in this case, we're just rotating to the right because traffic's to our left. We're on public roads, and we're just trying to keep it a little safe and just keep moving. Scott takes a little longer pulls. I'm not sure if he understood the concept or if he was just feeling good and wanted to take longer pulls, but in the long run, it actually slows the group down. Even though he's on the front doing 300, 400, 500 watts, whatever it is, Scott's super strong. But in overall, it slows the group down. I think today we only went maybe 35 miles per hour, and have another video where me, Eric Lossick, Susie Lossick, and my wife Ellen, we do this, and just Eric and I pull, but we're rotating through, and we're at like 38 miles per hour, 39, I can't remember. So anyway, even though we're going at a high speed here, we have 8 riders, and our speed would be actually much higher if Scott would rotate through. It keeps Scott fresh also, being that he's one of our stronger riders, and it would keep him fresher longer as well. This is Emily in front of me. Emily pulls through, pulls over to the right, I pull through, and this is the concept of it, is maintaining and increasing the speed a little bit. Usually it's like an 8-minute section of road that we end up doing this on, and with 8 people we actually should be kind of approaching 40 miles per hour here. But that's Juan pulls over, Tony comes through. Tony's a little cheeky here. Unfortunately, we had a little 3-bike pile up on a slow climbing section where just some wheels got crossed or whatever. So, and then Ellen, that's my wife Ellen in front of me, comes through. Dan in the black jacket up there. So one thing I want to point out is when you're going this fast and we're on public roads, different than say race scenario, you don't always want to ride right behind the rider in front of you. Getting a draft is important, but if you ride offset, kind of like I'm doing, I'll ride off to the left or the right. You need to see the road in front of you. When you're going 30, 35 miles per hour, it's hard for people to point out things, and nor should they. We should be having our hands on the bars, preferably in the drops for more control and a little aerodynamic. And you need to ride offset to be able to see what's up the road, see what's in front of you, and to have an outlet if the rider in front of you needs to hit their brakes or anything like that. You don't want to ride directly behind the rider in front of you. Keep your head and half your bike bladed off to the side, a little off center or offset, and then you can see the hazards coming up and be able to react to them. I think a lot of times people get I don't know if confused is the right word, but we have a kind of rule in kind of casual group rides where everyone's pointing out every pebble on the road, and then when you start racing or getting competitive or on faster group rides, that's not going to happen, nor should it happen, because the emphasis should be on being safer since the speeds are way higher and controlling your bike. I've seen it too often where people are trying to point out something and cause a crash, or they're talking and turn their head and cause a crash, when really your emphasis should be on, hey, the road in front of you, controlling your bike, and we are all individually responsible for our own safety out here. It doesn't matter if you're in a group or not. So here, is where this really comes to light, because on this section of the road is kind of beat up. The last time we did this road, all these potholes were filled in. You know, it's hit and miss throughout the year. Sometimes there's potholes and then they fill them, but the road gets so much use, and then with the heavy rains we had, I think the potholes end up getting washed out again. So we get some cracks in the road and some potholes. But again, it's important. If you see I'm riding off to the right there and I can see up the right lane, when they move over to the right, then I slide over here to the left so I can see up the left side. I never want to just be blocked with the rider in front of me and not be able to see the road out front. So here, my wife Ellen, the speed is still high, and I think they're just trying to hold on. So instead of riding offset, she ends up riding like directly behind Emily. And she points out something there, but as you see, Emily's going to split to the left, and my wife's going to run right over a pothole because she's right behind Emily, and there's no way to react. If she was riding a little offset, she would have probably been able to see that pothole and avoid it, or she would have seen it before Emily even made a move. Anyway, double flat there and cracked her rim, and that just was the beginning of 4 flats for my wife. But we had a lifesaver. The Pedal Barn bike shop was something we just discovered, and I'm going to give you a little tour of it.
All right, so I'm out here outside of Pedal Barn Bikes. This bike shop saved our lives today. We had 1 crash, 4 flats, and a broken carbon wheel that ended up is the reason for the 4 flats. But yeah, Mike inside, one of the owners and mechanics, helped save our lives. So let's take a look inside. So this is Mike here, one of the mechanics, or the mechanic that helped save my life here.
There you go.
Shop owner also?
Yep.
Yep.
No,
Shop.
I'm not the owner.
Not the owner, but
Not the owner, no.
shop manager, shop mechanic,
Yep.
shop runner, shop everything else.
Everything around here. Yep.
So Mike, how long has the shop been here?
This is 3.5 years now.
And what days are you guys open?
We're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Got you. And how's the coffee shop next door?
Coffee shop is excellent.
Excellent.
Guys ought to organize some rides and come up here and have coffee. They have keto stuff. They have cold brew, hot brew, tea. You know, it's quality.
Awesome.
Quality stuff, yep.
Well, yeah, thank you for saving our life today.
Yep. You guys need it. We got all the tools in the world. We got the ultimate set of tools here for
Yes.
working on bikes. So.
Definitely, and it's great work, and I can attest to their customer service and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're ever in the Carbon Canyon, Brea area, stop by and give them a visit.
Yep, we'll see you guys.
All right, thank you.
Yep, see you.